right, I'm going to give this as much respect as Paramount has given Halo. These fucking shitty, absolute awful episodes. Even if it wasn't about Halo, they'd be fucking terrible. Right, so, first episode starts out just randomly at one of the outer colonies at 2552. Now, I'm not the biggest, I'm not the most knowledgeable on Halo lore, but I'm pretty goddamn sure that by this point, Human Covenant War is at full fucking swing. If I mind right, at the end of 2552, no, it's July? I think it's July. That's when Reach falls. So it has to be at the very beginning of 2552. Or else this makes even less sense than, the episode does in its entirety. Zooms in to a very bloody... I have it on my other screen and I'm just going to press forward. Just so I remind myself over what trash happens. Right, so... very diverse cast, and you got like a young man asking, I fought Spartans, and there's an evil white man who's doing the standard discussing, I'm gonna do peace talks, and then the old white veteran is like, it's just gonna be like normal. They're just gonna fucking, I don't know. It's going to go back to killing Marines, and then they go on about Spartans. Spartans, like one Spartan is worth 100 Marines. Oh, they're even better than that. They're faster, they're smarter. Ooh, all of that bollocks. Right, so, continuing on. Second in command, diverse female character, goes on about how they're... you need to cool your jet, son. Then there's Asian General Man who asks where his daughter is. Whose name is Quan, who's the one that we're actually going to be following. It's not going to be Master Chief, funnily enough, in a Halo show. He's not the most important character in this. It's this random self-insert little girl who has terrible hairstyles. At least it's not half shaven, except it's just short sides and then long everywhere else. It looks terrible, and then everyone else also has terrible has terrible haircuts, and then it has terrible fucking dialogue. As you can see, they are miles and miles and miles and miles away from the hydrogen mining plant. It says. If the general finds out that there's going to be big trouble if they find out that Quan's gone. Yeah, we can tell that you've gone that far. You're literally just saying that now. Like, why wouldn't you, at any point, have just, said that on the way there? Oh, I know why. You need to tell the audience, because the audience is so fucking retarded that they're not going to be able to understand exactly what went on. That's what this is about. I mean, it's not that you can gather from when the general asks where his daughter is. Nah. You need something a bit more direct. And then Quan brings up the diverse female character, brings up her goddamn a Wikipedia page. She just starts reciting a Wikipedia page of what's going on, of what this planet's here for, and then they just start doing drugs for whatever reason. But then Quan notices something in the forest and goes to investigate. It's like, oh my god, what is this? Oh, it's a phantom. Oh no, runs back saying, nah, it's not UNSC, it's something awful. But they're all drugged up to shit. I mean, it's just fucking awful. Continues on, and then one just gets fucking murked to shit, and it's one of the only times I fucking laughed in this entire thing, is when all these kids just get fucking vaporized. Honestly, it's one of the best parts of this fucking show, I swear to Christ. These kids are just standing around getting high as shit, even though they're on they're part of the rebellion. Let's just forget that the secessionists are like, oh, let's just go get high because we're dumb kids. Like, no, that isn't what would happen, you fucking idiots. Whoever writes this has a really, really stupid idea as to what rebellion actually entails, especially when you have kids fighting it. And just all of Kwan's friends just get fucking murked, and it's just blood everywhere, kind of. And then suddenly she fires up a flare to let everyone know that there's an attack going on. So, when this happens, runs away, runs back, everyone's ready, and they get ready for the assault because they think it's Marines. Now, people on the wall start firing at this point, down at sun. At no point has anyone actually said what they're firing at. Considering how bad this dialogue is, you'd expect them to go, "It's not UNSC, it's something else." No, they don't. They just start firing. There's no communication at all. Whoever wrote this does not understand the basics of warfare at all, it seems. Yeah, they're firing from the walls. They're looking out, and then the gate suddenly falls with all the guns pointed at it. Asks what it is, and then the elites that look like I hate the way that these elites look. They just look fucking awful. Like, I mean, I mean, their bullets are just hitting their shields, you know, and they're just wading through the fire, even with a massive great warthog gun firing at them. They're just fine. That's a bit we're gonna save for later with the big warthog Gatling gun that's firing at them. It might be plot convenience later on. So they run in, just start murking everyone, with Kwan looking out going, "Oh my god, they're fucking killing everyone." Caesar dad get flipped over, still alive. We're gonna die? No, we're not. The spoiler, they are. And then the aliens keep massacring everyone, and then suddenly the young man we see earlier just breaks, just panics, and runs to the door with all the civilians hiding behind it. Even though at this point you would put, I'm afraid to say, you would put everyone in there you would put on the front lines if you're in this kind of defense. You would give everyone who could possibly hold a gun, and fight. So what ends up happening? Well, he ends up getting fucking murked with an energy sword right through the door, falls down. Lee opens up the door to see all the civilians, quote unquote. They should all be on the front lines having guns in their hand, and just murks them all. Just absolutely eliminates every single one of them, which is, again, quite a hilarious scene, I'm not gonna lie. And then the old white man is like, "Oh, I thought it was just UNSC propaganda that there was aliens just killing all of us." As a UNSC Pelican arrives overhead, and we have our fan favorite Master Chief suddenly turn up about 12 minutes into this fucking thing. He turns up and is actually, you know, the one thing that I will give this is that they make the costumes actually look really quite good. Whoever designed the armor looks pretty fucking fantastic. Whoever designed the guns looks pretty realistic to the game. Everything else is trash. Most of the CG is awful. The writing is abysmal. The dialogue is terrible. The acting is pretty, at best, meh. And yeah, so he lands, and the General Kwan's father looks around and just goes, "Spartan!" and he starts screaming as he fires not at the elite he just went and saw murk the entirety of the civilian population that was hiding away. No, he's not firing at him. He's not firing at him at all. He looks around to see Master Chief and starts firing at John. I don't know why. I just, like, oh god, I'm watching it in motion's even worse, because now I'm suddenly realizing, oh, not only is this fucker firing at Master Chief, firing at John, with the elite behind him, the elite behind him also fires at John. Why? Why wouldn't you just take the opportunity to go, "Oh, human, boosh," and then continue firing at John? So they're both firing at John, and the Master Chief jumps a ridiculous height. Like it's actually retarded how high he jumps, and flips over him, firing at him with an assault rifle. That looks awful. Like again, the CG is terrible, but that somehow kills the elite. Now remember, the Warthog's gun, the Warthog's Gatler didn't kill him. The AK-47 that they were firing at him didn't even phase him. Like, how many is this? How many is this? Let's just take a look. Spartan jumps and goes. Yeah, that's about 4 seconds of sustained fire on him. Just kills the elite. It actually just vaporizes through his shield into his face and kills him. Now, this is what I mean by these people. Like, every single step of the way for this should have actually been decently done, considering these are meant to be your main antagonists, surely. Because it's just, like, there's no stakes all of a sudden. Because now Master Chief and the rest of the bloody Spartans show up, and they're just killing elites left, right, and center. And then, this cunt, well not this cunt specifically, but like, an elite turns around and sees Master Chief and goes, "Demon." John's not known as demons at this point. At this point, Spartans aren't known as far as I know, Spartans aren't known as demons. Only 117 is called demon because he destroyed a Halo ring. But this is 2552. The Halos haven't even been discovered yet. There's no ring to destroy. So why the fuck is he calling them demon? Because they took even though they said, oh, we don't pay attention to the games. Which I'm going to have a bit of a rant after this fucking shit show's over. At that particular statement. But, you took one look at the games and went, oh, we can just call him demon because, you know, that's how it works. You know, he's just known as demon. Alright, continuing on here. Fucking 5 seconds. Stupid fucking thing. The Master Chief effortlessly takes out 2 elites at once, smashing him in the face with the assault rifle, jabbing him with it, and like for some reason that kills him. I guess. Oh wait, no. He pulls out a pistol and shoots him in the face. Now, he's killed 2 elites in close combat with an assault rifle and a pistol. No, that's not how this works. Quan just yells out that the Spartans are helping for. It's obvious. You know, I mean, like, any character who's watching can see that. Then another random person just gets murked to shit, which is hilarious. She screams and runs away. Then one of his friends comes out. Was that 134? It comes out and just starts with a battle rifle. Starts hammering at one of the elites. Distracts him for 5 seconds. The elite looks around, and then the Spartan picks up a goddamn pipe and just goes at him. Like, what is this? Like, he just kills 2 fucking elites with a pipe. He kills 2 elites with a pipe even though he's got a battle rifle. What the fuck is this? What is this fucking garbage? Right, so we continue on. The general here is firing a lot of bullets at this elite, and it all bounces off the shield. Then the Spartan turns around with a battle rifle and kills it. And then female Spartan, what was that, 328? Let's take a look at this. 028, 328, 828, either way. Anyway, you know, I'm paying far more attention to this than they ever did. So she comes up with wielding pistols akimbo and just fires willy-nilly at a couple, just at something. She then sees 2 elites coming around the corner, firing at them. See, they don't care about these pistols. Like, these pistols they don't care about. They're like, oh, we're just going to walk forward towards this woman who's firing pistols at us. One is unarmed. Well, no, sorry. Actually, let me take a bit closer look at this. Okay, so they're firing. Okay, one of them has a plasma pistol. One of them has a plasma pistol. One of them has a plasma rifle, and they're gunning down civilians. They just casually walk around and start gunning them down. She runs towards them, and they don't draw any energy swords. And one of them attempts to grab her, misses. She slides underneath it, kicks the other elite's ankle, makes him fall to the ground, shoots him twice to kill him after pistols just did fuck all to them, spin kicks another elite, sending him flying now. So Spartans are now stronger than elites, and they're not on par. And just picks up the plasma pistol and murks him in the face. What is this? And then an elite, we're back to Quan, because that's the most important character in this fucking show. Runs up a hill. There's an elite up top, guns 2 other civilians down, and just starts firing at her. Misses every single shot. Now bear in mind, when they're in the woods, it was boosh, kill, boosh, kill, boosh, kill. Very, very, very accurate. A girl just running away, just a standard girl just running away. Nothing at all, just misses every single shot. She comes into a bloody caravan, or fucking Sutton, I don't know what this is. And panting heavily, and the elite just jump scares her at the door for whatever reason, because there's a window. Rips the door off, like, easily, and then retardedly just reaches in to try and grab her. I don't get it. I don't understand what this is about. He just reaches in, grabbing at her. It doesn't duck his head in to climb it. No, it just reaches, just trying to grab at her. Oh, I can't get in because I'm too tall. And then gets fucking shot in the face from a sniper rifle from another Spartan. And she escapes through a bloody cat hatch. Finds the old white veteran who's dead as shit. She just pushes him aside and hides, like, climbs over his body and hides underneath a truck. Then there's Master Chief, the first time that we actually hear his voice, I believe. No, it's not his voice actor. They don't have his voice actor at all. But why this is will become relevant later on. Clear the perimeter, he says, as it cuts to another Spartan running along the wall. And there's just plasma pistol fire at her. Every single shot misses. Like, every single shot misses until it collapses like a bit of the wall. The Spartan falls down, and every single shot continues to miss. Like, this, it's not even against shields. Like, there's not even anything like that. Then there's like 3 more that come up, and they're all firing this one bit of cover. Bear in mind, they've already shown a predilection to walk forwards and engage in close combat, even though they lose. As this sniper, who is also a woman, is hiding behind cover, the elites are just firing at the fucking cover, even though one shot has already been shown to blast this bit of concrete bloody cover apart. Like, let me just take a quick another look at this. Yeah, she calls for Master Chief for a bit of support. This elite is firing where she was in the rubble. They're completely missing the cover. While they are actually slowly advancing, they're all just firing at nothing. And then there's a bit another bad bit of CGI as Master Chief jumps up onto like a tank. It just looks awful. Like, it looks worse than Halo 2. Then they turn around, like, they have bare arms as well. I can't fucking stand this. Like, they have bare arms. Like, they just don't. The armor just does not look great. So he's standing on top of this tank. They turn around, like, firing at them with an assault rifle. They turn around and are like, "Oh, you fucking bastard! Why are you firing at us? You know your bullets aren't effective unless they are." So they turn around and just start firing at him. So he's just stood out in the open with no cover. They managed to hit him, and they managed to hit him, right? But Jesus Christ, they managed to hit him and slowly drain his shield from like 5 or 6 hits. And then, you have the classic toot 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 sound as he jumps off and actually gets into cover at last. Should have really done that beforehand, shouldn't he? And then the shield recharges, and he sees the Gatler. He sees the Gatler that was on the vehicle. He throws the gun away. I'm gonna have to fucking show this. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to show this, because it is awful. It is terrible. There we go. It's even worse in motion. It's awful. It's even worse in motion. So we can just do this. Look at that. Look how awful that looks. Look at it. It looks like bloody 2005 CGI. Just throw a gun on the ground as he tosses it away. Jesus fucking wept. Look at it. Look at this. That looks wrong. That looks... In fact, no, you know what looks wrong? Just all of this. Just every single bit of it. Jesus. Discard changes. Fuck off. Oh, there we go. So yeah, back to... Oh dear. Well, that's an issue. That's a big old issue. There we go. So yeah, back to this. So he rips off the gun. He rips off the gun. The gun is good after all. Comes around with the bullets trailing behind him. That looks CGI, I will say. And just rattles it up and just starts firing at them. Now, we've already seen the Gatler just not do anything again to the elites, right? It just bounces off their shield. He fires it though, and it just murks like 5 of them. It shreds them. It shreds them to the point that the leader elite who was doing all this just gets fucking annihilated. Why didn't they get all equipped with this, considering how effective it was? And then, you know, it's a bit of a quiet before the storm it's quiet after the storm as the general who thinks he's just lost his daughter, by the way. Like, you know, this is another part that really pissed me off, because like you assume, because he went and sent his daughter Kwan into the shelter where all the women and children were to keep her safe, even though, you know, you'd want everyone who's able to hold a rifle out on the field. And yeah, no, she's assumed dead by him at this point, and he's like, oh fuck. So he still turned around, saw the Spartans, and was firing at him, even though the elite that he assumed had just killed his daughter was right behind him. Didn't turn around and go, fuck, I'll deal with you later, and just fire at that elite. Nah, he had to take a pot of Master Chief. So he wanders over and assumes that she's dead. And he looks sad as we see some of the fucking bodies that are in there. So he looks over and sees that she's still alive. Oh, my daughter's still alive. Fantastic. Bear in mind that she's hidden underneath this truck still. She's still underneath this truck and staying hidden. He looks over and sees that elite that was in charge just wandering along for no reason. So he's just wandering along. Why he's heading towards the woman, I've got no idea. Like, how the fuck he went and saw her, I've got no idea. So he's just heading towards her as Mr. Diverse General Man is firing at him, bearing in mind that this elite no longer has energy shields, by the way this looks. Like, it no longer has any energy shields, and every single shot is hitting his armor, even when he pulls up his unprotected forearm to protect himself against the man firing fucking bullets at him. It all hits his armor for whatever reason. Now, he's also yelling. He's also going, "Argh!" So you'd assume that a Spartan with super hearing would be able to hear that, right? Well, you'd be wrong. As he gets the energy sword straight through his stomach, Kwan watches in horror. And then Master is just strolling, you know, making sure everything's fine. As he turns around and sees the elite. See, no one hears anything in this universe. It's only sight. Everyone's vision is based only on movement, for whatever reason. Bear in mind, this is also, like 3 other Spartans that could have intervened at this. They would have heard this as well. And firing a pistol that he got out of nowhere, I guess. And just knees him in the face. And shoots him like 10 times and kills him. So apparently just Spartans are just able to just kill elites like nothing. Looks over, sees her, sees all the massacre. She's wandering around a bit, you know, shell-shocked, which is what you'd understand, as the Master Chief just wanders off. And then it's into the... So we're 18 minutes in. And now we're at the intro credits, and it just shows him out of his armor entirely. It's completely out of his armor. Slowly, it's all right, I guess. And then it shows him at the front. So then Kwan's crying. She's sad. The Spartans, all 4 of them, are spread out like a couple meters apart, probably due to COVID restrictions, as they're wandering around trying to find where this phantom is, and then they're wandering along, right? They'd be able to see this from miles away because they're Spartans. Then woman Spartan number 2 sees it above them and just Jesus, just goes, "Oh, there's one up there. Look, there's the phantom." Why? Why did they do this? So then they just start fanning out, making sure that nothing's there. As for some reason, Kwan's just following them for whatever reason. She has no reason to trust them other than the fact that, you know, they did technically save her, but they're still enemies, which is going to be shown later. Yeah, and so they go in. They take a look at what they're doing. Oh, they're excavating something, and then they find more bad CGI, really bad CGI. Then they find a little artifact CGI that looks like it's from Blade, like it's Blade levels, as a random arbiter looking elite is ready to start firing at the Master Chief, but as he's about to activate, the relic activates. The elite then starts to run. Oh, of course, no. This bit first. The Master Chief just starts seeing visions of memories that were suppressed. He's then pulled away by brave female Spartan. Even though, okay, you know, I was right. So the one that pulled him away, the one that's gone underground with him, right, is the same one that has a sniper rifle. It makes as much sense as you think it does. So, what do you see? Oh, I don't know. And then instead of engaging active camo, that elite just runs. That elite just fucking legs it. Activates camo on their way out. Knocks over Kwan, giving her quite a nasty little head bump. You know, that's the worst injury she's suffered. And Master Chief said, "Yeah, no, I'll take her with me." So then now we're on Reach. And every single scene from Reach is fucking terrible, so I'm just gonna tell you basically what happens. I'm gonna skip most of it. So Halsey's there, sees the artifact, then diverse female admiral gives her a dressing down. You're using too much funding. Then she sees something through a window and says, "No, that's a non-starter. You need to stop." And it shows like a clone because that's a Cortana product. Right, and then there's High Charity. Jesus fuck. So High Charity, you know, the Forerunner city ship, whatever the fuck it was called, like a planet. It's glorious. It looks like a fucking mushroom in space that's had fungus, that's had like some sort of bacteria growing out of its spine, out of its stem. It looks awful, terrible. So then we see the Prophets. We see the Prophets out with their guardians that look nothing like them. They're not in the correct armor at all. Then we see him. That's Mercy. Using their language, I guess. I don't know. CGI looks pretty good there, I will admit. Chatting to someone, and it's like, who is this woman who's talking to them? Oh, of course it's a woman. Of course it's a girl. You know, there's just a girl here, I guess, just chatting. Who's speaking, if not on par with Mercy, with the Prophets, but is at least on par and can talk back to them fairly fucking well, to the point that they will show her deference in a lot of things, which is what happens in episode 2. I believe it's episode 2 anyway. So that happens. It's like, I appreciate your counsel, Mercy. So he's not in charge of that situation at all. It's non-diverse blonde-haired woman who is also white. How racist. Then we have diverse female character Kwan waking up on board Master Chief's ship, starts banging on the walls, and then we have Miranda Keys. Miranda Keys starts talking to her, saying, we respect you. We respect the rebellion. You know, what I would love you to do, as I quickly take another screenshot and bring up GIMP again. That's Miranda Keys. That's Miranda Keys in this show. Now, something looks off here, doesn't it? Something looks real off here, doesn't it? Yeah, it should, as I quickly try and find her, because I have her here somewhere. Installation 04, Molnir. Yeah, I was doing a bunch of research on where this year was, and it's like, yeah, no, reach full, so chances are that's where we're heading. Maybe, I mean, it depends if they have the balls to kill off diverse female character. Right, so that's... There we go. Now, that's what Miranda Keys looks like. Yeah, that's Miranda Keys there. Something wrong with this image, isn't there? Something just a bit wrong with this image. I wonder what this difference is here. I wonder what I'm getting at here. It gets worse. Don't worry about it. This is just Miranda Keys just existing right now, I guess. Fucking for whatever reason. Back to here. And she's going, oh, would you... Not acting her rank at all. Acting like a scared little girl who's asking for like a fiver from her dad or her mother. Who asks, listen, could you please say a few words to just, you know, so that we can just telling your people that our Spartans saved you and tried to save your colony. And then Quan just turns around and goes, oh, why don't I, for no reason, like, for some reason acting like she has leverage. I don't know why she does this. Turns around and says, oh, what if I just turn around and say, it was actually the Spartans who invaded and killed all the civilians and just gunned people down. Miranda responds with, well, Miranda, quote fucking quotes, diverse Miranda, turns around and says, well, we have the video from it. To which she responds, we've seen your propaganda. You can make anything look like anything. Okay, bitch. If you know that this is the case, they can make anything look like you can just bullshit up anything you want to see. Why are they even asking you? They could deep fake you stupid bitch, and make you say whatever the fuck they want. But that's never brought up because whoever wrote this is a fucking retard. And Miranda Keys, it looks like she's about to cry the entire fucking time. Let's skip it because it's fucking boring. And then she looks sad, still with her friend's blood, still friends and family's blood all over her. She hasn't washed herself. And then they're going on about the artifact. Halsey's talking again. Shut up, bitch. Continue on. It's like, oh, I've had memories. Oh, no, he can't be having memories. We suppressed those. Continuing on. No one cares. He goes for a medical checkup. That's for some reason right next to her. She's asking, do you have any food? It's like, why would you care? Oh, and this... Here we go. Here we fucking go. Another screenshot for the screenshot gods. As I try and find the exact moment. Come on, where are you? There we go. This'll do. Haha. So Miranda Keys calls this person Dad. That means this is Captain Keys. This is the Keys from Halo 1. I'm noticing something off here. I'm noticing something real off here, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Something just seems a bit, you know, it seems a bit darker than before for whatever reason. It must be my imagination, you see. I must be going down that racist alt-right rabbit hole, I guess, and I don't fucking know. Right, so, continuing on with this pish. Where are you? Right, so she's... it doesn't fucking matter, no one cares. It's all useless dialogue, bullshit, focusing back on Master Chief, skipping through this fucking faster because it's gone on too long already. I hate this fucking show, it's garbage. For some reason, Master Chief's talking to her, she's back talking to him, even though he could snap her in too easy. Why would the insurrectionists blow up? But no one cares. See, insurrection is fine if it's for good reasons, but January 6th is too far. And now she's told to kill her for some reason because the UNSC has to be evil. he then to like not alert the UNSC as to something going wrong that he's doing, decides to just cut the camera feeds, thus alerting the UNSC that something's wrong. And then everyone's just like, oh my god, he's having memories, oh no. And then they start lowering, like remotely, they start lowering the oxygen of the ship to kill her. Right? Oh no. Quickly, lower the oxygen in his suit remotely. This is how much power they have over him, by the way. Lower it to not below 40 so that he just is KO'd. And it works, it knocks him out until it doesn't, and he just wakes up and is, oh, I'm gonna open this up and turn on the manual override, I guess, for the oxygen supplies. Skipping forward again, the Marines now are getting ready as Pelicans are sent up. They're equipping the Spartans again. That got there before him somehow. I don't know how. Don't question it. Now Halsey meets. Now Halsey's already been shown to be not 100% honest. No 100% honest when it comes to these kind of things. And she just goes to the Spartans. I'm overriding your orders. Don't kill John. Don't kill John. If someone tries to kill John, you kill them. So just, if someone tries to kill the Master Chief, just gun down the Marines. You know, obviously this isn't going to affect, like, she says it with such arrogance that's just in the middle of the fucking, in the middle of the alert, with Pelicans just getting ready all around her, with men just running behind her, just in plain view of everyone, in plain hearing of everyone, and then just random fucking Quan just walks up with a battle rifle. Bear in mind that she's fucking tiny and is wielding this battle rifle as if it's just made out of foam, which it probably is, let's be honest. At least she's showing good trigger discipline and not having it on, and it doesn't have her finger on the trigger. And then he just turns, so he just then turns around and goes, you won't damage me in my armor because you won't even make a dent. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove my goddamn helmet. I'm going to remove my motherfucking helmet and tell you need to aim up here. Let's just delete these fucking stupid arse fucking who cares. Right, that's what the Master Chief looks like. Bear in mind, for 20 years we've only seen this part of him, if that, maybe like that. And that's only if you completed Legendary Edition. Or Halo 4, I think it was? Legendary? You get to see that much of his face. Yet here, you could just see the entirety of his fucking face. No wonder they changed his bloody act. They don't have his proper voice, because they need this mug. This fucking mug for whatever goddamn reason. Jesus fucking wept. It's it, and then he just turns around while this girl's pointing a battle rifle at him, just says, nah, you need to aim up here. Oh shit. Well, fuck it. Don't care. You need to aim up here. You need to aim up here if you want to kill me. And there's a signal lost as he's taking off his helmet for some goddamn reason. And she decides, nah, I'm not gonna kill you. Why? Don't know. In the immortal words of Critical Drinker, don't know. No fucking clue. See, why would fine, forgot about this. Yeah, she said, why would a Spartan just decide to help me? And he just turns around and goes, don't know, because the writers have no fucking clue either. It just has to do things. There's has to be content. As she, two-handed, yeah, but she easily just fucking slides over the battle rifle to Master Chief, who holds it in his fucking foot, and then just kicks it back over to her. And then they're just like, oh my god, they just went and gave her a gun. And there's, you know, you need, stupidly, right, he just turns around to her, who obviously doesn't have this kind of aptitude, and just goes, you need to disconnect all of these things in order to disengage the autopilot, so that otherwise, if we don't do it at the same time, we'll just crash and burn and go out of control. To which she just picks up a fucking battle rifle. The battle rifle, not even braced against her shoulder, underneath her armpit, and just fucking fires it into the thing that she was trying to disconnect. No recoil. None. And he's just like, oh, nice. And like, oh, we can get away, yeah, and then gets EMP'd down, I guess. Then people are surrounding it, and it's all tense, I guess, on Reach as 99 CGI brick starts floating. He reaches towards it, and he's like, "Oh my god, the memories!" As the artifact just shuts down all power apart from his suit and the Spartan suits. Bear in mind, it shuts down the base's power. It shuts down the lights that the Marines have. It doesn't shut down the Spartan suits for whatever reason, as he just goes, oh, as it powers back up the Pelican. No, it's not a Pelican. I can't remember exactly what it's called. It's like, oh yeah, we can escape now. As Halsey looks like she's just got finger banged by salad fingers, I guess, and just continuing on as just escapes for some goddamn reason. This fucking episode 1 is so terrible, and it is only eclipsed by episode 2 because it's just as fucking awful, except it's boring. And I'm going to cover that one as well, but I'm going to leave this there for now, because Jesus fucking wept. I have never wanted to kill myself more than watching this piece of shit. Right, see you at episode 2. I ain't gonna be long.